Hi guys, and welcome back to the Chris and Manny Show. It's Manny here. So what we decided today is bring the show outside, see what people are saying. Obviously it's a hot summer day. We're gonna ask them a series of questions, see what their thoughts are, and obviously, and hopefully you guys like this episode and all these questions that we're gonna ask. If you haven't already done so, consider liking, sharing, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. So without further ado, let's get to it. Who we got here? What's your name, please?
Hi, my name is Suri.
Okay, how are you doing today?
Not bad, thank you.
Yeah?
How are you?
Burna Boy concert today again?
Burna Boy?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Burna Boy song at the moment?
I think, they put me in the spot right now. Okay. Just repeat that.
I'll think of one for you. Last?
Huh?
Last.
I like Last.
Should we go for that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? I love your fit.
Thank you.
You're looking amazing. Are you on social media?
I am.
Okay, so my first question for you is, what do you think what's the impact of social media these days?
Oh, it's huge. It's starting all these revolutions, and it's starting all these human movements and mental health and all of these things that influence people to get better and be better.
Yeah.
And be
What kind of impact is it having on you?
woke? I'm using it to speak more about what's happening in Sudan, because I'm from Sudan.
Sure.
So I'm using it as a platform to just share as much information. I do get a lot of like, oh, this is not correct information, please check. So yeah, I do have to check.
Okay.
So I mainly use Instagram, but I also use Twitter to just check my information to send it.
You mentioned mental health. What do you use social media for? Mental health? Like, what do you use that?
Yeah, to kind of, there's a lot of people talking about how to deal with life and how to deal with things in difficult times, and so everyone's going through difficult times right now.
Sure.
And it's a tough time to even watch all this genocide happening on live TV, and so it's a lot to kind of absorb from like the internet, and how you deal with it is
Sure.
very important to know, and what you do with it as well.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
So in regards to mental health, what would you say your biggest insecurity is? If you have one.
My biggest insecurity is falling in low mood, definitely.
Low mood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Low mood, because you easily fall in low mood.
Of course, we all do.
Yeah, we could easily fall in low mood, and low mood would get us into depression, and that's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
So just try and get yourself out of the cycle. Try and manage.
If you was in a low mood, hypothetically, how would you get yourself out of that?
I think the best thing is to manage your thoughts, because your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions create, the atmosphere you're staying in. So it's managing these thoughts and knowing that, thoughts are only things you create, and it's your assumption of how the situation is, but it could be completely something different. So it's managing that thought and creating the environment for yourself to kind of, be okay.
Are you dating at the moment? What would you never know? No. You're not dating. Okay. If you were dating, what would you be looking for in somebody?
Okay.
Like, what would?
I like that you assumed I'm single.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
If I was dating, what's the question again?
If you were gonna go on a date and you were looking for somebody, what characteristic or what would you be looking for in that person? What's important to you?
A real, genuine person, because it's really hard to find real people these days.
Mm-hmm.
You always find people who come across the way you want them to come across, and that's been a downfall of mine.
Okay.
So I'm very careful to kind of assess people right now. So It's like, I take my time, I try to see the person in their own environment. I try not to influence that environment, to see if they are who they are, you get
Fair
me?
enough.
So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Because obviously everyone will be playing a character, right?
Big time.
Do you know what I mean?
Me, yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
you always want to impress the other party.
Of course.
But it's that extra bit. So it's not just the impressing bit. Is that person really who they say they are?
Exactly.
Kind of
Exactly. So
situation.
talking about first dates, what would you say is acceptable to pay on a first date? What's the amount? What amount is acceptable, if that makes sense?
I don't think there should be a limit. It depends on the person and whether they can afford it or not, and the other person as well.
Do you have an expectation of what a person should spend on you on a date?
Not really. No, I don't have a number.
You don't have a number?
No, my number is always high though.
Do you like going to nice places? Obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So it's going to be an expensive date.
Has to be an expensive man.
Oh, okay. You got to come correct. Okay, I like that. So obviously, I'm assuming you've gone through a lot of experience in your life,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't know.
Okay.
If you could go back, what advice would you give to your younger self?
If I could go back, take your time.
Okay.
No rush.
For what?
For nothing.
Okay.
Take your time in everything, in every decision, and just, trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate on that one?
It's just sometimes you feel like you want things to happen sooner than you want, than they're meant to happen.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you rush into decisions that you kind of maybe not the right things to do. But yeah, knowing from my own experiences, sometimes I think, maybe I did rush into certain decisions because I thought this was the right path because I felt this was what I needed, but it's not. It wasn't what I needed.
Do you feel like a lot of people nowadays are always rushing into getting into certain things and trying to
Everyone's rushing because you feel like there's a lack of something and everybody wants a bit of it.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to be in this, concrete relationship and have these Instagram pictures, and is the influence, isn't it, of social media. Everybody wants to have a bit of that, but it's not really about that. There's so much more to life.
100%.
There's you can enjoy yourself, enjoy your friends, your family, and there's so much more to enjoy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you know what body dysmorphia is?
Heard of it.
You've heard of it? Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on it?
Tell me a bit more about it.
So obviously body dysmorphia is generally like when somebody is not happy with the way they look, that they always want to do something either to enhance it or just to make themselves look a little bit different. It could be influenced by social media, for example, what they consume on the internet. Like, for example, a lot of people are seeing people like a Kim Kardashian, and a lot of women want to look like that. Or someone might see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, want to go to the gym, build muscles just like him. However, they might just be just as healthy, or they should just accept themselves the way they are, but they're not. They always want to look for the next thing. What's your experience in that? Have you ever had any experience in body dysmorphia?
Not me personally. No,
Okay.
I'm very content with how I am and how I look. But I did see people who want to gain weight, people who want to lose weight, people who want to look a certain way, dress a certain way, and it's definitely all media influence, not just social media, like magazines, TV, and social media itself. And I think it's lack of. It's also lack of substance. I think if you don't have that substance and trust in your own process, your own being, and your own life path, I think that's where it comes in. But it's tough to say, to be honest. People just want to be accepted as well. So it's a way for people to get accepted and fit in.
Yeah. What is the number one thing that's still on your bucket list now that you need to tick it off? That you need to tick off your bucket list?
Travel as much as I can.
Yeah.
I've started doing solo travels. So yeah.
Solo travels, okay.
Yeah.
Where have you been so far, and where's the next destination?
I've been to Kenya, Mombasa.
Nice.
And I've been to Marrakesh. I went to Hajj myself. So
nice.
yeah.
Okay. What, recently?
Yeah,
Oh,
last
nice.
year.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that definitely more of that.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think we should end it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Where can we catch you? Do you want to leave us on your social media?
Yeah, I could do so.
Yeah? Do you want to just say it for the camera and then we can...